So last episode, I was dealing with trying to produce a little bit more product around our fair city called Mallowfield. This episode, I'm beginning to realize, maybe I'm on the wrong track here because coming to the rail and turning on, oops, that's the list of all, wrong one, this one. We have obsolete vehicles out on the road and on the rails. And then the rails, that might be a bigger issue. They're not going to be pushing as fast. Let's double check them though and see how we're doing. 80 clicks. Yeah, we can get it up to 100 by doing an SD on those. It's going to cost us more. Yes. Same time. It's already sitting waiting, so let's go ahead and send this guy into the depot. We're going to pull off those engines and slap on some SDs and get him out on the road. Retire that poor boy. The limestone hauler, same thing, but he's loading at the moment. Here at World's Edge Carbon, we've got another train that can take and do the same thing. It's also not loading, so let's go ahead and send him on into the depot and check the Remus Collier route and see how long it's been since it moved. Well, it's moving at least once or twice a month, sometimes 4. So there's 1 delivery, 2 deliveries, 3 deliveries, 4. Yeah, it's each about the right step. So we need to get it back up, and part of that is those dead months every other month. 2 months of dead, 1 or 2 months of up. That's not going to work. We have to take and figure out what the production is at Remus to get everything squared away. But first things first, let's go to the depot that these guys wound up at. So we got the Dudsworth metal roller. He's over at Twin Manors, which is now the closest to him. No longer Central Dispatch, which it used to be. And we're going to pull those 2 train engines and all the cars. Why? Because I don't know what sort of an upgrade this is going to give us to put out onto that line a much better steel car. Right there, I'm good with it. It may go down to 115 kilometers when loaded. It may be struggling on his traction, but at the same time, we're carrying 7 cars of steel now. It might even make it so that we can delete that other line. Put him back out onto the Dudsworth's 2 steel roller and start him up. Come on back over to Dudsworth. Dudsworth, obviously, everything's 4. Let's go ahead and expand the station. Everything's now a 5 park point. This should start increasing our capabilities because we're going to bring in more. We're going to take and rocket more. I've also been thinking about a way to streamline this guy. He slows down too much coming onto the sidings for our fast train. And maybe it's time to start considering a different layout where we straighten him onto this side and make it so that the pullouts now exist only for the other guy. And that could indeed speed up our lines and get us better production. Definitely would speed up our train line. And then we have to figure out a way to start sloping this guy around a little bit so that we come into this spot here. Again, these are all things to streamline the system, which is what Fixit's about. Fixit is not the game where I'm trying to force the game into a different mode of operandus. I'm also starting to think about extending that bridge, or maybe tunneling there, because it does seem to hold speed better through tunnels. All right, got another one made it in, and he went over here to cement. This is the Remus one. Well, first things first, Remus 1 Collier. Let's take a peek at Remus 1. There's 2 Remus Colliers. He's coming from World's Edge. Both of them come from World's Edge. Okay. Well, one of them does. The other one comes from the other spot. So we're going to need to start considering how to speed up getting that over to the Remus steel mill. Now that goes to Remus cement mill. Okay. Let's crank him up. Why do we have 2 different lines? There's a good question. So we have a Remus 1 and a Remus 2. Let's go ahead and boost the Remus 1 to a higher level. Eliminate the Remus 2 line. That sounds like an option to me. And that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so first off, let's go to him. Again, we're just going to take him all the way down. We're going to launch with SDs, and we're going up to the 60-ton gondolas. We can't really do a 5, so we're going to do just a 4. Still is a great increase over the 4 cars we were running before of 40. We're running 5 60s, which is going to be 600 tons? Much better. No, 300 tons. Yes, we could take and boost it even further and start doing some longer trains, and we've got the capabilities to extend the stations, but we have to keep adding locomotive power. And I'm not certain we can. And still make money. I do know, though, looking over here at Remus, there's just not the space. Without a reconfigure of the yard, we could pull and gain maybe 2 positions, make them 6 long trains. And that might be our first 6 long trains as part of the first beginnings of a new setup here. But for right now, we're just going to put this guy back out as Remus 1. That line's really not running as often as I would think it would need to, so let's just let it run as Remus 1. We're going to find the Remus 2 Collier, and we're going to tell him to just go ahead and retire out in the field. So he will go, he will unload his cargo, even though he's not at a full load. We will now have space available at that station for a new train to somewhere else. Might even make it so that we can reduce things. And as we can see, faster trains, more throughput, more carry weight. I'm liking it. I hope you're liking it. And down the road, we're going to see about, slowly but surely, reconfiguring a lot of these yards to handle longer trains, because the age of the mile-long freight train has arrived. I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having. This has been episode 87 in the Devil's Towers Fixit 1969 game, where we take a map that I had played before, go to a midpoint save, and see if we can make it cleaner and more profitable. I know the clean part's done. The profit's where we're struggling, but we've still got plenty of time to the end point.